Hello everybody. How we doing today? Gigi here with another message. Before I get into the spiel, I gotta let you guys know what just happened during dinner. Um, in the middle of spaghetti and meat sauce with my family for dinner, and then all of a sudden I got this very odd message. It was more of a vision, premonition, with, if you will. I can't really place exactly what this was, but all of a sudden I see an older gentleman sitting in what looks like maybe a reclining chair with his head in his hand, kind of contemplating. And then it kind of shifts into, what his mental space was like. And it was like Alice in Wonderland. The original cartoon, if you guys remember the original animation with Disney, how she says bye to her cat Dinah, and she falls down the rabbit hole, and then there's all these cool things that, the rocking chair and all the different things. But in this particular rabbit hole that she was falling into, it was completely pitch black. And it wasn't like it was like a bottomless pit, but as she was falling into what looked like a red eye, almost like it was just a red eye following her down, but it was coming, like looking up at her from underneath her. Okay. And it all of a sudden it's shifted from her falling and then going and being dragged headfirst into the little doorway into Wonderland, or whatever this doorway led to in this particular situation. But it was like he was being pulled down this demonic rabbit hole and being sucked into the pits of something very dark. Hell? Sure, let's call it hell. And it literally was so disturbing, it stopped me dead in my tracks eating. And I had to get up and come in here and do this for you guys, because there is some masculine energy out there that is going down a very dark path. Okay? And whomever you are, please, if you're listening to this, if you're sitting right now contemplating something that's going on in your life that's taking you and pulling you down this rabbit hole, you need to step back and you need to go and find yourself some help. I don't know if it's drugs, alcohol, whatever the case may be. Sex, it could be an addiction to sex, it could be an addiction to just about any, whatever it is. I feel addiction. Whatever it is, please go get some help before it takes you too far down that rabbit hole and you can't bring yourself back up. Okay? There's somebody that needed to hear that, and I'm praying for you, my friend. Whoever you are, dear masculine energy that I feel, somehow your soul is speaking to me and it needs to hear this. Gigi's here for you. Gigi's praying for you, whoever you are. You're in my prayers, my darling. Okay? I'm gonna do my reading. Let's see what's going on. Let's see if this masculine's going through something that is so dark and twisty. Maybe we can get some clarity, see what's going on. I may even use some of my other decks tonight. I'm feeling like using my Moonology, possibly. Let's just see what, the Heavenly Divine and Spirit want to tell us, and my ancestors. My ancestors have been extremely active today. I personally have been doing some very deep spiritual healing amongst my family. And my ancestors have been very active with me, sending me a mess ton of messages, and it's definitely going to be an interesting reading. I feel like my throat is kind of like closing up a little bit in a sense. It feels like somehow some energy is not wanting me to talk to you guys today, but we're going to go through it. We're going to push through it because somebody out there really needs to hear this message. Okay, so we're going to just get into it real quick. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, notification bell, the whole spiel. All right, let's get into it. Heavenly Divine, white light spirits, angels, ancestors, and loved ones that came before me, please come to me tonight. I have an open mind, an open heart, and I come to you with the most positive intentions to find out what my collective need to know. There's a pregnancy trap that came off right off the bat, guys. There's a pregnancy trap. Oop, whoop, whoop, what are you? Did I see something? I did. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. Is there anything else in this deck, Spirit? Anything else they need to know? Oh, we're not only going to look at the one that we saw. We're only going to see the one that we saw. Water. Anything else in this, Spirit? Anything else in this deck you need us to know? Right off the bat, Spirit, anything else from my collective in this deck? No. Let's put you over here. Okay. Spirit, the energy is so very intense with me tonight. Can you tell me what we need to tell our collective? I use that relationship as therapy. Okay. I'm so pissed right now. I can understand if you've been trapped in a pregnancy trap by somebody that's a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. Spirit, is there anything else that I need to tell my collective right now from this deck? Yes, right here. You helped me through it all. Anything else in this deck? I'm just, I'm not doing it like I normally do because this one is very much, I'm being pulled by Spirit to, and my ancestors, oh my gosh, it's like my grandmother's sitting right next to me right now, kind of doing her thing, being my grandmother. Oof. All right, what do we got to tell him? What do we got to tell him, Grammy? Player status. I know that I was born to love you. What are these two? I want to be close to you. Fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Water, fire. What else we got? Come on. What do I got to tell my collective? Switch the deck. Okay. It's been a very interesting day, you guys. What are we telling them from here? Spirit. Too many. Don't get crazy. Alright, that was my own dang fault. Sorry about that. You're being warned. Listen to your friends, please. Yes, Gigi is your friend, okay? West Coast? Your positive outlook makes me angry, or very angry. Oh, and it's in red too. It reminds me of shouty capitals here. Like, I'm so pissed right now. I'm in a pregnancy trap. Your positive outlook makes me angry. We got player status. You're being warned to listen to your friends. You're using a relationship as therapy. Did you use the relationship, the therapy relationship, and did you end up getting this person pregnant? Did you make a boo-boo? Did you have an accident here? Did you make a mistake? Did you not wrap up? Let's organize my thoughts here before I go cuckoo bananas. Excuse my mess here. Sometimes I'll say silly things like that. Just remember, guys, I have a 2.5-year-old. All right, I want to organize my thoughts here. All right, let's get something from this deck. All right, spirits. Stop crying about your life and fix it. Oh, well. Here's the thing about this. Excuse me, that was not meant for you. Here's what I have to say about this. If you're sitting there, like I see you sitting there in my head, masculine, to whomever this may concern, it could very well be one person, multiple people, whoever this is for, okay? Whoever's watching this and this resonates, please. If you're sitting there wallowing, if you're sitting there crying because you don't know what to do, and you got yourself in a predicament like this because of your player status, and you don't know how to wrap it up and behave yourself like a good boy, here's what I got to tell you. You got to get off your ass. You got to pick yourself up. Get your mind right. Get your attitude right. Don't be doing all this narcissistic garbage. Okay? Here's why. Because now you're going to have to grow up. If you don't have kids already and you don't know how to be a parent, now it's time to grow up. When I waited 18 years for my son, I thought I was never going to have children. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. And I'm so grateful that God did not listen to me until it was time, when he gave me the opportunity to go see a doctor that was able to help me. Okay. However, when I was begging God to let me have a child 18 years ago, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Okay, I was promiscuous. I was doing all the nasty. I kind of had myself in the player status. I was in the Navy. I was young, dumb, and stupid. Okay, and I'm very grateful that I didn't have a child back then, because I was not mentally, emotionally ready to deal with what I'm dealing with now. Now, I have an amazingly beautiful, charming, smart young man who was born with a tongue tie that was so bad that he couldn't swallow, and he was choking in his sleep, where he decided that he wanted to crawl around and put a thumbtack that I had no idea was laying on the floor in his mouth, and swallowed it, and having to spend a night in baby jail, the hospital, making sure it wasn't a screw that was going to kill him. Now, these are the things that you have to think about as a parent. Now, it's not always all like that. Sometimes you don't get, all of those things, but there are a lot of times where you're going to have ups and downs, things that you're not going to understand. And the thing is if you're in this mindset and you're going out there not strapped up, banging anything that'll have you, and then you get yourself into a predicament like this, the only one you can think about, I wouldn't say blaming, but exactly, you can't blame nobody else for your problems. You can't start crying about it in your life. Fix it. If you were out there drinking and partying and doing that, you should have been smarter. Now, I've had my party days. I know what drugs and alcohol can do to a human being. Okay? I know what drugs and alcohol can do to a human being. Believe me. Okay? I've done my fair share. I know what the mindset of being under the influence of narcotics is like. I know what the influence of what my mindset was like being completely drunk, where I was blacked out. I have no idea some of the things that I've done, so I completely understand. But why were you putting yourself in that position? Because the gentleman that I see in my head is a much older gentleman. Now, it could just very well be his soul is much more mature than his body, or his body's much more mature than his soul, or just his mentality, whatever the case may be. But to this man that I see in my head, if you were out there being a player, partying, getting yourself into a position to where you got trapped, where you were under the influence and you put yourself in a position because you have addictions or whatever the case may be, you have to stop crying about it, and you have to get up and fix yourself, because now you're about to be a parent. Whether this was planned or not, you still have a responsibility to raise this child to be a good person, to not do the things that you did, to bring this child into the world to where now you're in a position to where you're in a lot of problems. You got a lot of issues, and now you're pissed. Somebody's positive outlook is making you angry because you're so mad at yourself. Okay? You want to be close to somebody. You were born to know that you know that you were born to love someone, but you were using other relationships as therapy. You got yourself into a pregnancy trap. You got to stop crying about it. You got to fix it. Okay? You got to fix it. You can't sit here staying up in this mindset and not growing up already. You got to grow up. What are you going to sit here in this player status forever? Nobody can do that. Nobody can consistently maintain that. I mean, what are you, Hugh Hefner? No, you're not Hugh Hefner. Come on, there's only one of them. There was only one of him, and he passed on. Let his reputation and his mentality rest. Let him be. Get your own mentality, okay? You are nobody like that, okay? And if you're trying to be, you're going to end up putting yourself in a position to where you're going to end up down the wrong rabbit hole, and you're going to end up freaking alone, depressed, or committing suicide. I hate to say it like that, but that's how I see it in my head. Okay? So, let's get some more cards. Is there anything else, Spirit, that I need to pull for this one? No? Alright, let's break it up. I'm sorry if this feels like I'm lecturing, but it's just, I can't see this stuff in my head and have it upheave my entire evening and not come in here and say, yo, listen, whatever you're putting towards me, I feel it. a millionfold. And yeah, if you're not going to listen to me, I'm not sure what else I can do besides tell it like it is. So okay. This spring. Did this all start this spring? Did this all start this spring, my friend? I say my friend because honestly the things that I want to say to this person would not be I don't look fondly upon that kind of attitude anymore, but I'll just say this. Gina 5 years ago would have straight up told you you're a damn idiot and you need to grow up and smack right upside the head. That's what I would have done. Now I'm literally saying this and meaning it to the fullest extent of my soul. Sweetheart, you're in a position now where you're going down the wrong path. I'm praying for you, my friend, I am. Girl, there's a better life for me and you. This comes back to this, okay? This is what's coming back to this right here. This I know I was born to love you. I want to be close to you. Girl, there's a better life for me and you. Yes, if you know this, if you knew this, then why on heaven's earth, why would you go and do this? Please, email me and tell me, because put it in the freaking comments for everybody to know, because we want to know why you would do this. Why would you do this? Why would you be in this mentality if you knew all of this? It's making me very confused. And it's probably making other people who are sitting here listening to this very confused as well. Sometimes it's the right person, wrong time. Okay? Sometimes it's really the right person, wrong time. However, whoever you're doing this to, sir, they're not gonna stick around for long. Nobody. No, and I don't want to say this, and please do not take this as rude, because again, this is not going to resonate with everybody. This story is not for everybody. It may only be for one person. It could be for a handful of people. It could be for all of you. I don't know. But what I do know is that any logical person, any person that has a heart or common sense, or well, actually all of it, would know that if you literally feel this way, that you were born to love somebody, you know, that there's a better life for you and them, and you want to be close to them. Why? I'm not that one, excuse me. Why would you put yourself in a position for this? I'm exhausted just thinking about what this poor person you're saying all this to feels about all of this. I mean, do they know? Have you told them? Have you come clean? Online famous. Okay, who's online famous? One of these two energies over here? Is there somebody that you know that's online famous that's got water or fire in their chart? Is that why you did it? You were looking for clout? You must be a witch, you're all I think about. Well, here's what I say about this. The people that you say are witches are probably just intuitive earth angels, white witches if you want. Sure, we'll call them white witches. But these people are not... Most of these people, you will find people like this that are witches that will be little succubuses that'll use sex magic on you, black magic. They'll put negative thoughts on you if you're not giving them their way. They'll just think everything bad about you. They'll sing dark, nasty songs to you. They'll look at you nasty, and they're probably thinking behind their back, in their minds, all these nasty things about what they want to do to you and how they want to see you fail. That's all dark. Okay? Some people are just intuitive empaths with a heart of gold that just want to see you healthy, happy, and content. And if you're thinking about them, it's probably because you did this. You had all that mentality, getting yourself into all this, and now, you're pissed off at them because their positive outlook is making you angry. They're not a witch. You're just guilty. You're just guilty, and that they love you, and you don't, and you know deep down that you don't deserve their love. You know deep down you don't deserve their love, but If you're literally saying that your positive outlook is making you very angry, it's because that person loves you and she knows, or he, however it fits, he or she knows what's going on deep down. They know something's wrong and they love you enough to say, look, in my way, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. I love you enough to say it's okay, I'll be here when you're done. I love you. Once you figure out your life, I'll be here. Hold on. I wrote something down a few weeks ago that I think is relevant here. Please bear with me just a second. I wrote a timeline out that seems to be relatively important. It's okay to come back after you realize excuse me, let me read this again. Sometimes even my own handwriting is a little disgusting. It's okay to come back after you realize I love you the most. I'm not mad. And 3 months later, this is a 3-month thing between September and December. And it's okay to come back after you realize I love you the most. I'm not mad. And I will see you soon. And that was just something I randomly wrote. And I think it's relevant here. There's a 3-month gap that something is going to happen to whomever this may concern. And at the beginning of that 3-month gap, that person that you're sitting there thinking about right now, wondering if it's them, they're going to tell you, yes, I understand something's going on, and I love you. But just know, I'm the one that loves you most. And whatever you're going through, I'll be here for you when it's over. And when you're ready to come back, they're going to be there. However, if you take too long, you may lose a chance. And if you don't wake up before then, you may close that door and you're going to close it forever, because then something else is going to come up for them, my friend. Your DM's karmic female is trying to keep your DM away from you. Yeah. They trapped him in a pregnancy because they're a player and they don't know how to keep it in their effing pants. Excuse me. I am feeling rage like I haven't felt rage in a long time, and it's just stemming from like the back of my neck raging. I feel like a fire head, almost like Torch from Fantastic Four, where he just flame on and my head just poof. No, what's his name? Ghost Rider. Okay? Poof. I feel like my head is just on fire right now with how much rage I'm feeling right now. Because honestly, Divine Masculine, now you realize and now you're pissed. Now you realize that this karmic you with, that you got knocked up, is keeping you away. Oh no, your DM's karmic female. Yeah, sorry. I just had to I was looking at it, I was like, that doesn't seem right. You're the Divine Masculine. The woman that you're with that's making you miserable, that's trapping you, that's keeping you in this, this whole crying over your life nonsense, right? They're just trying, they probably know about the girl that you love. They're probably, if they're online famous, they probably know how to use a computer pretty well. They're probably checking up on what's going on, probably spying on you, probably know that something's going on with you and they want you for some reason. Most of the time when this happens, it's probably because of either if somebody wants to be famous, money, of course, clout, there's always that. That's usually the main primary reason, or just people can't keep it in their effing pants, which make Gigi so upset. Anyway, this person, they're trying to keep you away from the love of your life. They're trying to keep you. Why? What is more important than love? I'd like to know. Somebody please tell me. Besides food, let's start that again. Besides God, food, water, air, love. What do you need? Yeah, we need money. We need it. It's a necessity. However, is that more important than love? Is having a healthy relationship with somebody and building a family with somebody that you actually want to be with, is that more, is money more important than that? I mean, I grew up, I wasn't like homeless on the streets, but I grew up in, Brooklyn, New York, and and not the greatest part of the borough. I come from, my grandparents pretty much raised me, and they were children of the Depression. We didn't have Bentleys. My grandfather went to the auction and bought cars when he could afford it. We didn't have much, okay? And at a point in my life, all I thought about was money. And then I got wise when at 30 years old, I had a wake up call, okay? And I realized that life was more. And then I had my son. The second you look into this baby's eyes, when you see those eyes, everything in the world changes, okay? Now, you need to make sure, if this hasn't happened yet and you're going down this path, or you've gone down this path, whatever, you need to make sure that whoever you're laying with is somebody that you want a baby with, a life with, a future with, because you need to, whatever got you into this mindset, you need to correct going forward for the next generation, so they don't get themselves put into this. Because when you're old enough to see your child do the same thing, you're not going to be able to, at that point, you're not going to be able to do anything to fix it. So stop crying about your effing life and fix the problem. Get up, brush yourself off, get your behind to church, sober your ass up, do whatever you need to do, get your behind to the gym, start eating right, drink your water, put the freaking booze down, put the drugs down, and grow up already. It's time to fix your life, my friend. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for my blessings you have given me. You're being given blessings right now to learn from this. You need to thank the Holy Spirit on your knees and grovel for forgiveness for whatever it is that you're doing. You need to find yourself. The truth is the truth will come out. Eventually, you're going to have to come clean. Especially if you ever want this with somebody again. You were born to love them. The truth is going to come out. And I pray for you every single moment of every single day going forward, as I do for every other person that I read about. The truth is going to come out. And I hope the time that it does, that you are ready for the consequences of your actions. Guard your heart, but don't turn cold. Exactly. Be guarded. Be cautious, of course, especially after what this is. You have every right to want to, take it slow. But don't guard yourself to the point where you're cold and you can't let anybody else love you, because one day you're going to be in a position to where you can be with the one that you love, or if, that doesn't end up working out, there is going to be somebody else for you in the future. But if you choose to stay alone, just understand that you're no longer alone anymore, especially if you have a child. But either way it goes, you still have got to do the work to be able to be the best parent that you can be. So again, stop crying about your life and fix it. I won't keep going this way. I'm hoping this is how you feel. I hope this is how you're finally feeling, to where now it's time that you start thanking the Holy Spirit. Whoever your God is, thank them that you're still alive to be able and given this chance to fix yourself. Thank you for all the promises you broke. You taught me so much. I feel like this is the person you broke their heart. This could very well be how they feel as well, but I really think that you shouldn't be keep wanting to keep going that way either. They probably don't want to keep going this way. You probably don't want to keep going this way. You keep breaking promises. You taught them so much. I have to do the right thing by my family. Yeah, now it's time. Masculine, yes it is. Now it's time to do the right thing for your family and yourself. Get your heart right. Get your mind right. Get your body right. It's time. Because if you're partying like how I'm seeing it in my head, because it's on a repetitive reel now, and I'm just cycling through this vision constantly. You have a divine feminine karmic male that is keeping her away from you too. So there is some back and forth here. You guys could both be in a situation to where now you both have to get your minds right, get your head right, get all the things right so you guys can come together. Because no more promises need to be broke. What's that song by In This Moment? I'm trying to think. I'm going to have to come back to you on that. But there's an In This Moment song. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's off the Ritual album. And it was amazing. I don't know. I'll come back to you guys on that one. He doesn't want to be saved. I prayed to God that that's not you. Masculine. For whoever masculine this is for, I pray that this is you. You need to be saved. Pull your head out of your ass. Wake up already. Speak clearly. As I say that, confirmation. My camera focuses. Thank you, Spirit. Confirmation. Speak clearly. And thank the Holy Spirit for your blessings. Because, my friend, look, what I see for you is you being dragged into the pits of hell for what you're going through right now and for what you're allowing to happen without change. Keep moving forward. I'm feeling like this is this person you keep hurting that won't keep going this way. I think you both need to keep going forward and don't look back. If you find yourself dreaming about me, feeling me around you, or thinking of me often, journal to me. I will know our souls are connected. Exactly. You both know. You both know that you were born to love each other. Your souls are divinely connected. Get a special journal. Get a special journal that's specifically for this. Nothing more, nothing less. The only time you write in this journal is when you want to speak to this person. Okay? Whoever this is that you were born to love. Now, when you sit down and you clear your mind, you let zero other distractions. Zero. Okay? Zero. And you write as if you're speaking to them. One side, like a text message. Think about it when you're texting. One side is you, one side is them. Just write. Channel their energy. Think about them. Bring yourself to their soul and speak to them on that piece of paper as if you're speaking to them, and listen. They'll talk back to you, especially if they know that it's you. If they feel you, if they feel your energy, they'll know. They'll know. Tell them exactly what you need to tell them. They'll know. A cowboy. Description words. A biker. Just do you. Exactly. Just do you. Get your head right. Get your mind right. Speak clearly. Count your blessings. Pray. Go to church. Meditate. You know, another message came into my head as I was saying church. And I don't know how many of you guys know about Burning Man or regional burns, smaller burns, if you're a burner hippie like me, or strive to be even more of a burner hippie than I already am, whatever. It's church. There's healing in those sorts of events. And if you're open to it, I highly suggest researching regional burns for your local area, or your state, excuse me, over the summertime. Or if you're able to, I don't know if they're having Burning Man this year. I have honestly been too busy to check. Leave it in the comments below, because if they are, I want to see how much tickets are. It's probably ridiculous. Anyway, if you can afford Burning Man and it's going on this year, go. The Rainbow Gathering, any of the regional burns, I believe most states have them. I know a few on the West Coast are pretty awesome. It's very spiritual and it's healing. If you find peace in that, go do that. If you find peace in church, go there. If you find peace in synagogue, Mazel Tov, go there. If you need to go to a mosque, however you worship, please just do you and go count your blessings, please. Your actions prove you never actually loved me at all. That's how this person feels. If you're staying up in this player mentality and you're acting like a schmuck, there's really not much that you can do outside of your actions, because actions will always speak louder than words. Words can be very empty, especially when your actions don't back it up, being like this. They will laugh at your downfall. Yeah, whoever trapped you is going to laugh at you once you realize that you've been trapped and you can't get your ass out of it. Wow. Your prince chose the Sea Witch. Wow. I'm going to break this deck up. I need to see if there's anything else anywhere else. Do I need to break it up? This is going to be a long one, guys. I'm definitely channeling right now. My roots run deep. When I wrote this, another In This Moment song, Roots, amazing. I don't know if any of you like rock music, but In This Moment, Maria Brink, if you ever see this video, girl, I love you. Thank you for all the inspiration. Thank you. My roots run deep. When I heard this verse, it automatically reminded me of lineage, heritage. You know, I was, the second I heard that, the Star of David popped up in my head. I come from, my lineage is Jewish, and that was exactly what happened when this came up. It was, I saw my heritage run through my head. Are there religious beliefs that are trapping you with the Sea Witch? Okay. I'm going to pass along some advice from my ancestors, okay? Don't stay in a loveless marriage. Don't get into a loveless marriage. It ain't worth it. Doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter. Look, you can want to do the right thing. You can want to do the right thing. But living in a loveless relationship is not only toxic to you, but it's toxic to the children. Okay? So please, I understand your roots run deep. Pray about it. Ask God, ask your higher power what to do. They will tell you. Fake lover wants to use you, obviously, if they're trapping you with a pregnancy. We got Leo, we got fire energy here, Leo, my fellow Leos. What is this person doing to my fellow Leos? What are we doing? Or are you a Leo? And if you're a fellow Leo, none of that, knock it off. Cowboy biker. Somebody wants to be online famous. Why not be famous in real life and stop being too greedy? Please don't be mad at me. Look, how can you ask somebody not to be upset when you're doing all this? How can you ask somebody to not be upset if you're doing all this? I have to ask. I have to, I'm sorry. My world doesn't revolve around you, sorry. Well, now it shouldn't. It should have never, because, well, if you love this person enough, your world should have revolved around them a little bit. But now that you're going to be having a kid, now your world should revolve around that in the relationship with your child. If you don't want to get involved with fixing yourself enough to be over here, at least fix yourself to be able to be a parent. And have your world revolve around your child and yourself and your higher power. Focus on that. When you can't love me until you love yourself. Exactly. All right. Do I need to pull any more from here? No. All right. What I want to do is I want to pull some romance cards really quick, guys. I'm sorry if this sounds very preachy, very like counseling, because that's kind of how I feel. I'm not a counselor. I'm not certified in anything. I'm just speaking from real life emotions, how I feel, my beliefs, my opinions. If it doesn't resonate, I'm sorry. That this is not for everybody. Okay, my type of readings, my type of person, the type of person I am is not for everybody. Okay, I am very much in a motherly, nurturing kind of instinct mindset. That's how I am. I've been this way my whole life. I've been called Mama G so many times in my life, or Mama Gigi. or just Ma. People call me Ma because I always try to do, you know, make sure that I'm there for people. So this is my way of showing love. I'm a tough lover, okay? But I do have much love for whoever you are. I have much love for everybody, and you are in my prayers. But the thing is you can't love anybody until you love yourself, and that goes straight for your kids too. You have to love yourself to be able to love your kids. You have to love yourself to be able to love a woman or a man or whoever you want to spend your life with. You have to love yourself before you can love your family. You have to love yourself before you love anybody else. Okay? All right. Spirit, what do we need to tell them? What's the romance? What is the romantical outcome of this? Tell me some romance. What's the possible outcome romantically about this? Whoa, wait. That's a whole lot of love, okay? Hold on. Alright, we're going to stop here. Cut the deck, don't cut the deck. I cut the deck. Alright, here we go. Calling in your soulmate. You know you were born for each other. Children are being affected. They're being affected by this. Either your child is here or it's about to be here, and the situation, how you're acting, it's affecting your kids, or it's going to affect your kids if you don't grow up. You need to heal family issues, especially if you're allowing your roots to influence your decisions here. Give your relations. My throat chakra. I got all tongue-tied for a second. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Now, if you truly love your soulmate, or if you, I mean, obviously you do if you're sitting there thinking about her. If you're thinking about this person, give it a chance. Try. Soulmate. Unrequited love. Is that for yourself? Can't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. Is that you don't love yourself enough? That's how I feel about it. Free yourself. Exactly. You see how beautiful that unicorn is? You're a cowboy, you're a biker, you know what it's like to be on the back of a horse or a motorcycle and feel the wind in your hair. Hopefully you still have your hair, or you shave your head, or you wear a cowboy hat, biker helmet, whatever. You get what I'm saying. All right, you escape your chains. Release your chains. Free yourself. Get back to the person who you were. If you're sitting in front of a computer all day because you're damn near spending 100% of your life on the computer to be famous, close your computer. Turn it off. Get your ass on your horse or a bull or a horse or a tractor or a truck. Go. Get back to your roots. Get back to who you are. Shit, if you're not on, excuse my language, sorry. If you're not on the West Coast, come on, take a drive. Ride on your motorcycle. Take a cruise. Come on out. Go to the beach. See something beautiful. Forgiving and learning. That's a beautiful card. You see the ancestors, and well, these are angel cards, so these would be representing angels, but you see that? They're watching over you. Your ancestors and the Holy Divine, they see you. Learn to forgive yourself. And then, right underneath, give your relationship a chance. Get to know each other. Flirt. This is a past life relationship. You got all three of them. Past life relationship, soulmate, calling your soulmate. This is your person. You don't believe me? Look. I can't make this up. You saw me shuffle the cards. Your ancestors and the Holy Spirit want to tell you that this is your person. Make the right choice. It'll lead to an engagement. There's a whole lot of chemistry. New love, especially if you're getting to know each other again. You can definitely rekindle and get that chemistry with that flirt on. This could be the one. I can't say much more to that. Express your love, exactly. You honestly, there's no other way to say this. If you are watching this and you're seeing this, they're telling you something. Can you see that okay? There you go. They're telling you something. Don't let this interfere with this. Okay? Alright, let's get you a Moonology card. Let's speak to the oracles and see what the universe wants to say about all this. If there was a way that I could give my ancestors a microphone to speak through right now besides myself, which I think I'm doing a pretty good job, I would love for you to hear my grandmother's voice right now in my head. Oh, the things she has to say to you. Whatever masculine energy this is, the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Do we have some Gemini energy too? But true, the answers you need are coming. All right, Spirit, what else does my collective need to know? What messages do I need to know to tell them, huh? What does the universe want them to know? Anything else I can pull? All right here. Cut them, cut them. Okay, here we go. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Some more water. Step out of your comfort zone. Especially if you've been locked in front of a computer. Get out. Put the computer down. Put the phone down. Get away from this online mindset. Get back to who you are. Get back to who you are. Stop staying in the same place. Alright. Show the world the real you. Exactly. Like I said, get on your horse, get on your bike, get in your truck, go do something different. Change it up. Step out of your comfort zone, because the second you do, I believe it very strongly in my heart, the divine will talk to you. A personal issue reaches resolution. You just got to put the work in. A full moon in Cancer. More. Dang. Cancer, Scorpio, water everywhere. And all of it to drink. Okay, don't let your past hold you back. The South Node. Keep looking up. It's time to take Gina, why can't you talk? Anyway, it's time to take action. Yes, my first name is Gina. Gigi, Gina, whatever. New moon in Aries. We got some more fire and water, fire and water. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. A new romantic cycle begins. It doesn't get much more clear, people. It does not get much more clear than this. Accept powerful change. Divine stepping in. And believe me when I tell you, when the divine wants your attention, they're gonna get it. They will make, oh my goodness. When the divine has to step in, read this clearly. And believe me when I say I've experienced this firsthand. Accept powerful change. The divine's going to step in, and they're going to force you into a powerful change. Okay? Last one. Nothing will come of this situation if you do not change. What's on the bottom of the deck? You're very close to achieving your goals, but if you stay in this mindset, to this player attitude, nothing's going to come of it. And then you're going to sit there in your freaking life with your head in your hands, and I'm going to continue to see this message because it just keeps playing in my head. I'm going to have to sage the mess out of my own self. You keep up this, you're going to end up miserable and alone. Or far worse. So. Gigi loves you. I really, truly do. Just know you're loved by somebody. You need to love yourself so you can go forward and find whoever it is. That could be the one, your soulmate, your past life relationship, your twin flame, everything. If you're willing to let that go, continue on your path. But if not, accept the things that you can change and change them. Okay. Gigi loves you. I hope this helps. I hope this 50-minute video of me just, I don't want to say reading you to filth, but that's kind of what I did, and I don't regret it, because honestly, sometimes certain people and certain mindsets just need a little tough love to wake them and shake them and get them on the right path. Because I'll tell you this, masculine, If you're messing with any of my collective feminines over here, or my collective people, to whomever it may concern, it's not okay. It's not. All right? So pray, find yourself, go get on whatever thing that you enjoy, horse, bike,